Do you suffer from boring displays? I'm Lemmy from Mini Lotr and I'm gonna show you how to Oh, think I got possessed by the spirit of Hulk Hogan's career. What the fuck? Hi, I'm Lemmy from Mini Lotr. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you how I made my display board. Like just a shelf in the closet that I use for displaying my minis and storing them. How I made that slightly more epic, well, way more better looking at least. So yeah, let's get started. First off, I had to get all the minis from the plank. That was fun. I have a lot of them and I'm gonna start today with my dwarfs. Maybe somewhere in the future I'm gonna show you how I do my Uruk-hai, Gondor maybe. But my Khazad-dûm dwarfs really stuck out. It's just a white plank, they have some pretty nice bases. If I say so myself, I painted them, so I'm a little partial there. I got the planks off, well plank off. Decided that I should do this outside because I had a place in mind outside where it's shady, it's very hot, so that would help, and I didn't have enough space on the desk, so yeah, that was the plan. Turned out the sun moves quickly, especially if you have to cover a whole plank in texture paste like I did. About halfway through I realized I'm not gonna survive this, the sun is gonna hit me so hard. And it did eventually hit me very fucking hard. So yeah, after I finally did the whole plank, then I realized it's time to spray paint this. Just used Chaos Black, nice black undertone. And I thought to myself, what am I gonna do about the edge that's gonna stick out? And after thinking maybe I can paint some ore veins in it or something, I realized I have no talent whatsoever for something like that. So I just kept it black. And yeah, it's gonna look amazing if you ask me. Once again, very partial. After spray painting everything, I just started painting, and if you have seen my cave drake video, I did something very similar. I started with just a base coat of ashen grey, and if some black came through I didn't really mind because my paint pot was pretty much empty already, so I had to stretch it a little thin. So there were some black spots. After that was dry, which was pretty much instantly because by this time I am in the fucking sun. It was 25 to 28 degrees outside. For a guy like me, that's a lot, that's way too much. So yeah, it instantly dried. I was quite happy because I could go straight to the next paint. I believe it was another storm vermin fur if I'm not mistaken. It's a dirty brownish grey a little bit, maybe a tint of green in there. And I just took some paint on my makeup brush because makeup brushes are amazing. I've been using them for a couple of years now maybe, I don't know. So I took some of the paint on the brush and I dotted it on the plank and started to spread it out as much as I could. And I had to move quickly because once again I am in the sun. Not the shitty newspaper tabloid thing, but the actual fucking sun, and it was boiling me alive. You might notice that I look a little sweaty, I hope not, because I was very soaked by the end of this. Let's put it like that, it's not very nice. And I had to move quick. I just kept on dotting here and there, making sure there was variation, not everything was the same size, shape, and yeah, making it look random as well a little bit, which is hard because randomness is a hard thing to create. After I was done with that, I took another grey, mechanical standard grey if I'm not mistaken, and I did the same thing, just dotting it on, spreading it out as much as I could, and I really had to work pretty fast, or fast for me, I'm a slow boy. Once that was dry, bam, last step, I just dry brushed some grey serum there. Once again, I did a dry brush, but some parts I pushed a little harder on the brush just to make it look more different, like there's variation in the ground. And if you go outside, like I did for once, you can see the ground always has some slight variations of colors, some lighter, some darker. So that was what I was going for. And by the end of it, I was actually quite surprised to how good it looked. And I was also planning on gluing some terrain pieces on it before I realized I really want to fill this whole plank full with dwarfs. So I wanted to know how close I was to filling this whole plank with my Khazad-dûm army. So I went straight back to the hobby room once everything was dry, and everything was instantly dry. It's way too hot outside at the moment. I placed the plank back where it belongs. Instantly I was like, yes, this is the way to go. And after a long while of just placing dwarf warriors one by one to make sure they, well, look a little good, I had not a lot of energy left, so I didn't put them back the way they were before I took away the plank. So I'll do that maybe in a week or two when I actually have some energy left and it isn't boiling hot. And the result, it speaks for itself. You can see it right now on the screen. It's amazing, beautiful, fucking love it. Now I can take pictures of my whole dwarf army just at random. I don't have to take all the dwarves away, take some terrain, put it yeah, it just makes my life easier as someone who posts on Instagram, let's put it like that. And if my bro comes, or somebody else that plays the game, I can just show them this and it will look probably way better than theirs, because I notice most people just put them on shelves and don't really do anything with the shelves. Maybe some RGB, which is also very cool. But with something more immersive like this as an underground, it really makes a difference. So this is a pretty easy way to do this, because I did it in like an afternoon. Just realized I wanted to do this, make a video about it, and just started doing this. And because I also had to record everything, it actually took longer than if you do it at home. So you can easily do this in an afternoon. Just make sure you have enough texture paste. You can make your own as well. I was debating to do that, but yeah, I was too lazy. I already knew I was gonna lose a lot of time recording this. So yeah, I hope this helps you. If it did and you have done this and you post something on Instagram, feel free to tag me. I'm lotr on Instagram. I'm pretty easy to find. Maybe I'll put a link somewhere down below, comments, description. It will be somewhere, maybe, probably, kind of, maybe, or a AberrantRealities, one or the other. So I hope you enjoyed this, and before I leave you, I have one important step you actually need to take, and that is, if you live together with someone or you're married like me, ask your wife first, because apparently we did not want to do this because we might want to use the space for something else in the future. So yeah, we being the keyword here. So yeah, I hope this helps you. If it does, leave a like, subscribe, comment. If it didn't, leave a comment why it didn't. I like to grow as someone on YouTube and in the hobby as well. If you have any tips or tricks you can actually teach me, feel free to let me know. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!